What's up everyone? With the new Lunar Year, we also have the new Lunar event in Diablo 4. In today's video, I'm gonna go over the reasons you want to farm that reputation and the best two methods for you to do so. Now, the reasons are fairly simple in the beginning. You want to get the horse, the back transmog, and everything like that, as well as the spark. But as you can see, once you actually finish, you also get these unceasing gifts from the ancestors. You get 3 of them during the progression till 10, and after 10 you can keep farming them. Now, the reason you actually want this, besides, you get a bunch of legendaries you don't care about, you're gonna see that we drop 2 grand caches. One of them, it's gonna be the runes one, which gives you some runes and it's useful to a certain degree. But the last one, it's gonna be the Curat's Undercity Tribute, and this is the one you are farming for, because this drops you 2 Tributes of Radiance, 1 Resolute, 1 United. These tributes can be used to farm a lot of strong amulets in the Undercity. This is how you get amulets like this, the one I have on screen, which for you that don't play Barbarian is one of the best, if not the best amulets for Barbarian right now in the game. I farmed this myself, using these tributes. The Resolute one, you just run by yourself, there's not too much about it. But the United one, you can get together with 3 friends or join a rotation using the in-game look for group system, right? And you can farm a lot of amulets. And with some luck, you can drop something like I did, or something close to it, right? Now, when it comes to the 2 best methods for you to farm this reputation, they are gonna be both better if you do it in a party with friends, but you can also do it solo and get a lot of rewards from it. Now, the first one is going to be Nightmare Dungeons. You're going to be spamming them because almost all Nightmare Dungeons spawn at least 1 or 2 shrines. It's really rare that you don't spawn 1. But there's a couple of dungeons you don't want to run. Especially the Nahantu ones, the Vessel of Hatred dungeons, you don't want to run them because they are super long, super convoluted. They just take way too long for you to do. You want to go with the base game ones, like for example Champion's Demise. It's a really good dungeon and you can quickly do it. Right now on the screen you can see a tier list of the best dungeons for you to actually farm this reputation. This is actually an updated guide on speed leveling your glyphs, but what this gives you is the shortest dungeons for you to get to the end and complete them, which means they are also the smallest dungeons. With this in mind, this list also serves for you to actually look up the fastest dungeons and run them for this event. I'm gonna have the link down below for you to look it up. Now, when you actually go on the dungeons and you click on a shrine, there's a chance for it to be a corrupt shrine, in which case you get the corrupt event and you spawn a lot of enemies during 1 minute. That's great, just stay in there and kill as much as you can. If you don't get the corrupt event there, you can also look for them in the Replendless chest, or whatever they're called, the golden ones, the big golden ones. And you can also get it from the life fountains around. Those can also be cursed. Worst case scenario, you can also look around the edges of the dungeon, and you can find some events which spawn a lot of enemies. Some more than others. You'll have to find out and decide for yourself if they are worth it. I do believe almost all of them are worth it, just run them. They are not as good as the cursed event, but they are still much better than just running around on the dungeon. Now, you should, in my opinion, just full on blast through the dungeon and kill everything, even if you don't have a shrine. Because worst case scenario, you find a shrine at the end, you kill the boss, you can just start another dungeon right away, TP to it in less than 5 seconds, and you're already blasting again. I don't think it's worth for you to just find a shrine and then walk back all the way. I do believe you're just gonna lose way more time doing that than just going next. Now, for the second method, it's actually gonna be in the new event zones, or Witch Tide, whatever name you wanna call it. You're just gonna go around, look for a shrine, and look for one of these Spire events. You just activate it and you kill a lot of enemies. Again, this is gonna be much better if you have a lot of allies with you, because you can kill way more enemies and keep it alive for way longer, but doing solo is still fine. Now, you might also be asking, yeah, but finding a shrine out there in the worlds, it's really hard, right? Well, during the event, most of those, the orange events you see around the zones, those are actually gonna be shrine events. You can also use this site I have right now on the screen. I'm gonna have a link down below as well. You can use this to find in the headhunt zones. You can see where the events spawn. You just look for a pyre close to one of them, start the event, and straight line to the pyre. I don't think it's worth for you to do the full event, but you can do it if you want. It's just activate your shrine at the end. But yeah, just beeline to the pyre and start killing stuff. Even without focusing on the pyre, those zones are super packed with enemies, so just go around and kill stuff. Now, you might be asking, between those two strats, which one is actually better? I do believe they are pretty freaking close to each other, but at the end of the day, I think the best way for you to decide to do one or the other is to decide which secondary resource you actually want. You want the witch thing to upgrade your witch powers, to get some witch gems, or do you want the Obsolite to masterwork your gear even further? Personally, I'm running the Nightmare one because I still need a lot of Obsolite to get 3 out of 3 on my masterworks. But just run whichever you find more fun, and I do recommend swapping between one or the other so you don't burn yourself out. To me, they are both fun, so you know, just go with whichever you find more fun and reward. One thing I do want to add at the end of the video here, you want to go with super fast builds that can clear like crit 100 in like 1 minute 30 or something like that, especially for the Nightmare version of the strat. Lastly, I hope you have as much fun as I'm having with this event. And yeah, hope the video helps you, and see you next time. Bye bye.